Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Muhammad Atif and this is the summary of today's lesson. Today we started Unit 6, Lesson 1 in the student book, page number 80 and 81. This whole unit is all about myths and fables. Myths basically means ancient series of stories or ancient stories that describes history of that people of that time. And fables are partially true stories. Basically, mm, fables based on true events. Okay, true. You can say true events, but they are the characters or the stories are not 100% true, but they're based on true events or true stories. So this whole unit is all about myths and fables. In this unit, we will talk about mythical creatures, and we will understand and read different proverbs and also mythical poems about mythical creatures. So after the unit overview, we discussed the lesson objectives. I'm going to display it again for the summary purpose so you can understand the lesson and the purpose of lesson. So these are the lesson objectives on your screen right now. First, listening. Listen for information, listen and check. So today's class we discuss this listening lesson objective. We listen to a track about mythical creature, and we talked about uh, mythical creatures, and we discussed also the theme vocabulary. Theme vocabulary means the vocabulary related to the topic, okay, like myths and fables and mythical creatures. And in reading section we read about mythical creatures, and in writing we will complete notes and sentences in next class. So after lesson objectives, I discussed the vocabulary slide, myth, and ancient story, especially explaining the early history of a group of people or about natural events and facts. Then fables, a short story that tells a general truth or is only partially based on facts, like I explained it to you earlier. Abominable, a very bad or unpleasant. This is also the name of a character from a mythical stories. Basically, the full name is Abominable Snowman. Okay, so this is the full name. So snowman is a model of a person made by snow, but in creature they describe that a person who lives in woods or in snow. Then Cyclops, in ancient Greek stories there is a character, a giant with one eye. Then unicorn, an imaginary white creature like a horse with a single horn growing from the front of its head. Then Medusa, it's also a mythical creature, a character from myths, and the definition of Medusa is a free-swimming sea creature such as a jellyfish. The shape of that creature is like a jellyfish, okay, typically having an umbrella-shaped body with stinging tentacles around the edge. So this is basically there is a woman in myths characters named Medusa because the shape of that woman is like a jellyfish. Then pool, a small area of usually still water. Then slither. Slither means to move easily and quickly across a surface while twisting or curving. Then spit, to force out the contents of the mouth, especially saliva. Then gallop of a horse. If we talk about horse, gallop means to run fast so that all 4 feet come off the ground together in each act of forward movement. So these are the vocabulary words that students need to understand before the lesson. So I asked them to memorize them. I asked them to understand them well, so they can understand the lesson as well. After that I discussed the opening question, and I asked the students to talk about myths and some of the characters from myths. So they discussed some of the stories, regional stories, you can say, according to their knowledge. And then we discussed the lesson one, activity two. And activity two is about mythical creatures. We have these four pictures on page number 80. So I asked them to match these words, names with these pictures, so the students easily match them. And then I displayed the answers as well. So this is the answer for activity 2. Picture A, Medusa. Picture B, Cyclops. Picture C, the abonom, abom, picture C, the abominable snowman. And picture D, unicorn. Then I asked them to listen to the track, and I also asked them that what do you think about these characters? Are they monsters? Are they cruel to human being or friendly? So they discussed that Medusa and Cyclops and abom- abominable snowman. All these three creatures were dangerous to human, frightening, but the unicorn is not frightening and gentle. Then I played the track 32. I'm going to play it again to check the answers, so you can also check your answers as well. So please listen to the track.
CD 2. Track 32. Cambridge Global English. Stage 5. By Jane Boylan and Claire Medwell. Published by Cambridge University Press. This recording is copyright 2014.
Mythical creatures. 1.
In Greek mythology, the Cyclops were huge, one-eyed monsters which liked to eat humans. They were locked in the underworld because of their horrible features. The legend says that the Cyclops only had one eye because they gave one away so they could see into the future.
2.
People know Medusa for her hair made of snakes, and because she could turn men into stone. The legend says that Medusa was a beautiful young girl, but she was also vain, and always wanted to look in the mirror and see how beautiful she was. When she met the goddess Athena, the goddess punished her for being vain. She twisted Medusa's hair into terrible snakes and sent her to live with the blind monsters at the end of the earth.
3.
He's about 2 to 3 meters tall, and he is hairy. You don't want to run into him at night. He has been a mystery creature of the woods for hundreds of years, and there have been recorded sightings of him all over the world. He sleeps in the day and looks for food at night. The creature is known by many names: Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and Yeti. He is known as the Yeti or abominable snowman in the Asian mountain range of the Himalayas, but in the American Northwest, he's called Bigfoot, and the Sasquatch in Canada. But does he really exist?
4.
The unicorn is similar to a horse with a white body and a long spiraled horn. Its horn is thought to protect people from poison. In fact, people hunted unicorns because they thought they could protect them from disease. Unicorns are gentle, friendly creatures.
So that was the track, and the answers were correct. So we discussed activity 4, and activity 4 is about Also the discussion activity in which as a whole class we discussed about these mythical creatures, and I asked them that which one is the most frightening one. So the students talked about Cyclops. Okay. Most of the students said that this is the very dangerous and frightening creature because Cyclops likes to eat men, human beings. And secondly, they talked about Medusa. So one of the students talked about Medusa, and he said that she's the most frightening creature because we cannot run if we encounter Medusa. We will not get a chance to save our life or to run away because we will immediately turn into stones. So that's why this is the most frightening creature from myths. So that was the today's lesson, and thank you very much for your participation. Take care and goodbye.